Hello everybody, General here today, and we're in for another episode of how to make a light grey shulker shell. How do we do that? Well, we'll start by stepping outside of our mansion here and locating some trees, of course, for some wood. Lots of trees out here in front of me. We chop some down, we come back in here. We immediately start making our crafting table. So we place the wood log that we've acquired. Any wood log's fine and any planks is fine. I'll be using cherry. And now what we are going to be doing, guys, is of course use our planks here, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a 2x2 structure to make ourselves the crafting table. Now in the crafting table here, what we are going to be doing, guys, is of course we're going to be needing what's called shulker shells and chests. So chests are pretty easy to make because it's just planks all around excluding the middle. Any plank's fine, and you get a chest. I've got one here. Now what we're also going to be needing, guys, is of course we are going to be needing the shulker shells, which is right here. Now how do you get a shulker? How do you make a shulker box, and where do you get shulker shell? So basically, guys, a shulker shell is basically an item that you're able to acquire when you kill something called a shulker, right? And basically you find them in the end, also known as the end city, and they are pretty difficult to kill. But they are vulnerable when their shells are open, of course. And basically a shell is very useful because it allows you to acquire item in a way that the other chests don't. So for example, if I break through this, we see that it's got ourselves here red dye. If I break through this, pick it back up, place it down, access it, it's still got my red dye. So it's very useful tool. So it's basically, I like to think of it as like a chest within a chest. Very cool item. So basically that's what it does. Now we'll go straight into making it. We are going to be needing our dye. It is light gray that we are making here. So how do we make this? So we'll start with first our gray. How do we make gray? It's a mixture of white, and white dye comes from bone meal. Bone meal comes from bone, and you get white dye from those. You also get it from something called a white tulip. So now you're also going to be needing what's called an ink sac. That's going to give you ink. So ink sac that comes from your squid, and of course it gives you black dye. So having our black dye here, let me see if I can locate this. Oh, it's because I've still got that. Okay. We're just going to be needing a bit of space. We've got a lot of things here, so doing that. Alright, cool. Hopefully this works now. Okay. Yep. So basically now what we are going to be doing, of course, is we've got an extra slot here to put something on. That's good. But basically, where was I again? We made the chest. So we made the chest already. And now we're going to... Yep, okay. Almost got confused there. So basically, we've made the chest already. Now what we are going to be needing is... I've explained where we get the shulker shells. So we're going to apply 2, like so. And then what we're going to be doing, of course, guys, is we're going to place the chest in the middle, like so, and we get ourselves a shulker box. Now, I've already got some there, but what we are going to be needing is dye. So it's gray dye, so that's where our last was actually. It's going to give you, putting your ink sac there is going to give you a black dye. And now that you've got your black dye, what you're going to be doing is, of course, placing your shulker box that you've just made, along with the mixture of the two colors, so the white and black. So the white and black here gives you gray. So I've already got that here. Now, back into our crafting table, you apply a further white to the gray, if that makes sense, like this. So, applying white again gives you light gray. Before we only had gray, now it's light gray, like that. And then finally, what we are going to be doing is, of course, making what we came here to make. So, you apply your shulker box here. You then place your light gray. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves what we're here for, which is our light gray shulker box. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this episode of how to make a light gray shulker box. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and of course, most important, subscribe to first of all get notified when I post and stream more content like this. But second, because it of course gives me the strength and the motivation I need, of course, to continue making more content like this. So have a nice one, everybody. I'll be seeing you in the next one, and thank you, everybody. Ciao.